Hello, this is Clayton Balmas I'm your teacher here today in your video classroom with SynMax University, available right here at SynMaxPerformanceLubricants.com. Today we're sharing with a product called Bert Blue Magic. Well, here it is. Now we have some testing, and here at SynMax we worked in conjunction with Bert and his engineers to create a fluid to work with the Bert Transmission. It's been around for about 3-4 years now. Now this product that I have here, as you will see, if you've been at the trade shows and you've seen little Bert there from Quebec, he has endorsed this product. When you look on the website, you will see the letter from Bert endorsing this as the product to be used as the upgrade from the Bert Black Magic. Well, let's see why it works as good as it does. Okay? In 2009, we had an evaluation test done that was performed on a standard Bert transmission. Now, the difference between the standard and the Pro weighs a little less, and it's more of a direct drive unit. There was two products that were used. One was the Bert Blue Magic, and the other, for a very similar application, just happened to be the Royal Purple automatic transmission fluid. It was nothing against the Royal Purple, it just happened to be in the transmission when we did the test. The observation which we saw was that the Bert fluid here was able to, there was slight wear with the clutch and pressure plates, and the surfaces were close to new, and it could be reused. When it was with the Royal Purple, it was much burned in what it did. And I'll explain why on that technology. When this fluid was created, we had to make sure, one of the problems with the Bert was that all the clutches would work back and forth, and they would have this whining sound. That was a cavitation that was taking place between the clutches. So when we designed this product, we'd made sure that we had three things going on. Number one, proper viscosity stability, which would handle the harmonic distortion. In other words, the rattling that was taking place when these got worn. So when the oil was more stable, not thicker, more stable, it would help the clutches float in the oil better. Secondly, because this is a wet clutch situation where the clutches are always saturated in the oil, we had to make sure the clutches would stick and bite. So we took technology that was used in the drag racing pro stock transmissions so the clutches would grab. Now that's chemically. You have to mix the chemistry of the oil to the material of the clutches, and that's what was done. If you just put in a fluid that is a non-racing fluid, it's designed to slip when the clutches shift, they will spin and they will burn. The third thing that we needed to do was make sure that, and here's a Bert transmission, and you've seen one of these apart, you'll see within here that you have gears that have to be protected. You have bearings that have to be protected. We had to have the balance between a high-performance aerospace base oil, a clutch package that would grip, viscosity stability, and then a slight amount of protection amongst the bearings and the gears inside of the transmission. Now that's a lot to ask for a fluid, unless you use aerospace technology available from SynMax. So you will see here on this presentation, now this presentation is available on the website that you can be able to download and look easier. What you will see is the clutches of the that use the Bert transmission fluid, almost after 1 year of racing and 36 races, almost look like brand new. They were barely worn. They were able to be reused. You can look here on the disc on the Royal Purple. It started to burn the disc, and it started to white them. So as you will look through the presentation, you will see the Bert, the new, and the Royal Purple much easier than you can on this screen here. So let's just kind of go through. You will also see Very little wear. You see a little paint, brand new, and then burned. And you will see these throughout the presentation. So, what we're going to do now, and you can see, as I said, we'll go through the presentation. You can see the pictures yourself. As I said one more time, it is the technology for the oil to soak into the clutches so that they will bite and not slip. That is important. It is the technology for the viscosity to maintain its ability so the clutches will not have that harmonic distortion at the 9,000 RPMs to which you run in the dirt. And it was the ability for the gears to be protected inside of the transmission. That is very important. Now, what I'm going to do now, you will see those presentations I just went through for your own information and education. Please go through that. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to move all these clutches out of the way. See, there you go, all stacked together. And we're going to show the test here on the friction of the difference between the Bert Blue Magic and the Royal Purple. Now, first, you've seen these types of machines. They're used by Royal Purple, they're used by Schaefer's, Amsoil, and a lot of people. I mean, good people out there, all right? But what we're going to do is show you the difference in the products. Ooh, I got that really flooded in there. Here's the Royal Purple. Now I say, why do you do that? Well, similar to an automatic transmission, automatic transmissions have the fluid soaked in the oil. That's why you would use the ATF. Now historically, you'd use a Ford type fluid because it would grip more than the GM. But this is a greater technology than that. Now, I'm going to try, just listen, I'm going to try to wait about 30 seconds to see if the additives will work into the metal. Well, let's wait another 15 seconds. Now, this is important here for the Bert transmission. You can see him putting some weight on here. You can see it vibrating, okay? Here on the Bert transmission, this fluid can be used both in the old and the new transmission. Also, if you have a transmission, which is a Falcon, it'll work in there also. Now, when you got fluid, you're okay. But when all the gears and everything are coming together, this is what you get. Now, I'm not even putting 10 pounds of pressure on this. Well, that's what it does. So I don't have to say any more. You can make your own conclusions on that. So what we'll do to make this test honest and true is I'm going to take this bearing off. We'll just set it aside. We'll get a brand new bearing. We'll put it in here. I'm going to wipe this out so that the container and everything is clean. You will see the metal shavings. If there was a close-up, you would see metal shavings. Let's wipe all this off best as possible. Okay. So we know that it's clean. Now there's a lot of tricks to do this stuff, but I'm just doing this fresh and honest, not wearing anything in. We're being as good as we can here. Now I just did that to make sure that the surface was clean so we knew that everything was fine. Now we're going to take the Bert Blue Magic. Now this is not to be used in other transmissions. It's only designed for the Bert transmission. We'll pour this in. First, you can see it really crawl on here good. Now we're going to let the additive soak in. It takes about 30 seconds or so. Now, the same theory that's being used here in the Bert Blue Transmission Fluid is the same theory that's used in the automatic transmission fluid for SynMax, the gear lubes, and the motor oil. But you're going to see this. Well, it sounds like it's plated in already. It was faster than I thought. Now, these are diamond-like additives, lowering. Remember, we had the all the gears inside the transmission. Okay? Look at that. I'm not putting much weight on it at all. I'm doing wheelies like a motorcycle. Here's the other thing. Now, when you have your initial startup on your gears and all the oil is sitting in the bottom, this is what happens. Would you say, Clayton, it's sitting in oil. You said it was doing it. You know what? You're right. Let's do something here. Let's just say the oil is sitting there. Wow. That's pretty good. So, we got a choice here. We can have a national brand, which there's a lot of advertising and a great name and a great product, or we can have a product that is specifically designed for the Bert transmission, for the clutches to bite, for the viscosity stability, and all the gears to be safe. Aerospace technology at work. Well, this is Clayton here with SynMax University and the Bert Blue Magic products saying thank you, and I look forward to seeing you at our next video classroom session. Bye now.